Hey guys, Coupons Provide here. So today I'm going to be bringing you a very quick tutorial on how to get this kind of creepy vampire inspired ombre nail look. I already have a step-by-step video on my channel, but I wanted to bring you something that had a little more intense color and show you that you can actually mix up something that's a little bit darker and I think, in my opinion, a little bit sexier, and it'll blend just fine like I did the brighter summer colors in my last tutorial. So you're gonna need your 3 nail colors. I went for a solid black, a blood red color, and this milky kind of white color. And then you're gonna need a clear top coat to go with that. And you're just gonna need to prep your nails. And I did pre-paint mine last night just because I was already gonna do this and I decided to make it into a video. I did apply a base coat first, and then I did a top coat with the milk looking color. And then you're going to need some nail polish remover, some Q-tips, a sponge that I did cut up already to fit my nail, which I'm going to be using this side here, and scissors to cut your sponge if you choose to. Unfortunately, my nails are not all the same length right now. I've been doing a lot of cleaning and organizing, but I don't want to cut the other ones down and I don't feel like putting on fake ones, so I'm just going to go with what I got here. Now, I got my 4 colors. I'm going to go ahead and shake them up really well, and I'm going to open each one so that they're ready when we get started with the sponge. Okay, now we just want to make sure that the side that we're going to be using covers the length of all of our nails, or it gets really, really close. So to figure that out, all you have to do is take the edge that you're going to be using and roll it across your nail just to make sure that it covers the length of each one. And it looks like we're going to go with this side. So you want to place your nail polishes in the order that you're going to be using them. I'm going to have my black layer first, then the red layer, then the milk, and then the clear to blend the colors together. So let's go ahead and get started. You're going to take your bottom color, which is the color that is closest to the skin, and you're going to paint that on there. And you can be very heavy-handed with it because it's going to be absorbed into the sponge, and you do want it to blend as well. Kind of give it a second to absorb in there. Since it is a new sponge, it kind of takes a second. Okay, then we're going to simply move these. We're going to simply roll it onto our finger. And then you're going to want to dab it on there. And you can kind of move it around a little bit with the dabbing because it's going to need to get into all the areas along the sides of your finger. There we go. And you can see it already has kind of like a nice meaty flesh tone. And you're just going to take your first clear coat polish and just put it, it's kind of hard to show you guys. Okay. Let it kind of heavily go on the back of your nail there and just drag that color into the next color. Don't be too heavy-handed on this because you are blending. If you want the streaks, then you can be a little more heavy-handed. But so that is the first coat, and we're going to keep going to our other nails and let these kind of dry a little bit, because then we're going to come back and do a second coat. So I'm doing all my colors in order again. You can layer them, kind of mix them up a little bit. Okay, and we're going to go on to our next nail. And guys, it is a lot harder for me to do this with my left hand because I am not left-handed at all. So I'm really surprised that I decided to show you with my left hand. But I guess it'll just give you some inspiration, let you know that even if you're not too coordinated with one of your hands, you can definitely do this look. So let's grab our clear polish and blend that out. And you can see the clear polish also like intensifies the color a little bit. And continue doing the same thing. And just move on to our next finger. Okay. Like I said, just roll it in place. Kind of like in a stamp motion. And then just start dabbing it. And take your clear polish again. And drag that into the next color. And this is what we're working with so far, okay? Kind of creepy, isn't it? I think like for a nice or a cool vampire look, I would leave all the mess on the outside. Look like you just ripped someone's heart out. Okay, so let's go on to our next nail. Okay, so that is the first layer. Now we're gonna come up back to this one and start our second coat. One thing to remember though is that it does already have a clear coat on it. So if you stamp too hard, you can actually pull all the product up. So you need to make sure that you are light-handed with this second one and don't push too hard to lift the actual nail polish up off of the nail, because that would really, really suck. You'd have to clean it off and do it all over again. So let's go ahead and get started with our second layer. I think on the second layer, I'm gonna add a little more intense red color. I wanna add a little more of the red because I really like that bloody look. Here we go. Again, be careful with the stamping because as you're doing it, you can feel it like pulling on the polish. So you kind of need to just pay attention to what you're feeling. Okay, unfortunately that one can't have too much of the white because I broke my nail there, so that kind of sucks. But I'm gonna take that same polish and just start going into the next nail. So it's not too intense of a color. Okay, there we go. That's what we got so far. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some more paint to go onto the next two nails. A little less black this time. Add more red. And then some of the milk. And go into our next nails. I'm trying to do it so you guys can actually see what I'm doing here. It's kind of hard. What we got so far. Okay, now while my nails are somewhat kind of wet, I'm going to go ahead and get my clear polish and pull these colors together. Then take that clear coat, pull it through. I think this would be a really awesome Halloween look. It's really, really cool. Okay, so this is what we're working with before we clean the mess, okay? And this is what we're gonna have after. So this is how it's looking. How creepy is that? And let's go ahead and get it cleaned up. All I do is take some of my nail polish remover, and it doesn't matter the brand. I got mine for free at CVS, so whatever you get, I'm sure would do just fine. And then when you soak your Q-tip, you want to start from the outside of the mess and work your way up, because it'll allow the nail polish remover to bleed into those really tiny creases and get that part kind of softened up. So when you go up to that point, it'll be a lot easier to clean up. So I'll be back with you guys in just a few minutes. Okay guys, so I'm all done. I've gone through and cleaned up all the edges and everything, and I did leave some little bit of residue here, but I like to go through and wash my hands thoroughly and everything afterwards and kind of scrub that off, because I really am not coordinated with my left hand to do my right hand that well and well enough to not mess up the nail. So I really try to stay away from getting too close into the edges. I can do that whenever they dry very well. So this is pretty much it. This is what the nail looks like. A little creepy, a little vampire-ish, and I completely love it. So that's it. So don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook at Coupon to Provide, Instagram, Google+, and Twitter also at Coupon to Provide. And don't forget, guys, keep couponing. Bye.